5 signs the dude you're about to spar can truly scrap and is gonna be tough.
He clips him behind the head.
Okay, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm gonna give you the number 1 way you can tell if the dude can scrap. First thing we're gonna talk about is he's doing mobility or corrective exercises before he starts his warm-up, or even before he gears up. He starts doing like exercises that are just built to hold his body together. These are like prehab exercises, so you don't need rehab, right? You make sure that you're warming everything up and also doing some strengthening of the basic structures so that over time, these little muscles that everybody tears will not tear and will be strong enough, like rotator cuff exercises, right? People that get bands and they're doing these and like doing like hip slides. And you see like at a high level fight gym, a lot of guys are doing these type of things, right? Airplanes. And we can actually look at some mobility exercises sometimes if you guys want to see how do pro fighters keep their bodies in line. All right, but number 2 is they warm up super heavy. They're like sweating and dripping, their shirt is all like wet. They haven't even done their first round yet, but they look like they're already in their second round. Now that's really beneficial when you start going to not get caught cold, right? That's why they call it getting knocked out cold, because if you're not warm, it's way harder to take a shot. Number 3 way you can tell if this dude is a real G, if they start taping up their injuries, right? And this is for, well, I'm talking about MMA, but it can apply to striking, it can apply to grappling, right? The grappling, you'll see they'll start taping their fingers, right? Each finger is taped. It's like, maybe it's for grip, but most likely it's because the structure's been compromised numerable times. Or you could be taping the ankle, he's taping, whatever he's taping, it looks like the dude has taped that a few times, right? He knows what he's doing. It looks like it's a physiotherapist taping an ankle or whatever. You see this with my guys all the time. Before they start warming up, everybody's warming up already and they're like still trying to tape their toes up because the toe's been snapped so many times. Number 4, their gloves, right? When you see them putting on their gloves, and this can be like, if you're talking about striking, it'll be lace-up glove. No regular Joe Blow dude off the street is gonna buy a pair of lace-up gloves for their first pair of gloves. Super annoying. You have to get somebody else to tie it up all the time. You can't do it yourself. So you're not gonna get gloves like that unless you can really scrap and just want the best glove you can get, right? Because nothing feels like a lace-up. I don't care what kind of Velcro you got. It just doesn't feel like a lace-up. It's not as tight. It's not as snug. It just doesn't feel as good on your arm. And then if we're talking about MMA, because sometimes we spar with MMA gloves, if you see the dude taping over the Velcros of his MMA glove, that dude knows what he's doing. Velcro burn is super annoying. We all hate it. Everybody gets it from gloves that haven't been taped, right? You gotta tape right over all of the Velcro. Otherwise, you're gonna scratch people's face off. Super annoying because any little scratch that you get in here is just a chink in the armor. And then you end up getting ringworm or staph or herpes. So if the dude is taping his Velcros up, he knows these things, right? So you know that guy can scrap. Okay, now I told you I would give you the number 1 way you can tell if somebody can actually fight before you start seeing them shadow box and warm up. You'll know right away because the look of their face. If your face looks like this, right? Scars all over the place, nose that's obviously been broken, massive cauliflower ear. It's like, okay, homie's been to war a few times. That's not a spring chicken, right? That dude can scrap, right? If you see a dude with obvious damage to his face in multiple places, you know, guaranteed, whether it's on the street or in the gym, that dude can scrap. So prepare thyself. Thanks, guys. Drop a comment, drop a like. Love you. Peace out.